It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Lucky week 13 it is. Everyone hoping for a little good fortune this time around as we enter the home stretch of the regular season. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And no, you're not seeing things wrong, folks. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it'll be Seahawks football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. They left him wide open. It's complete. Now he's past the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Brown on to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. No, you're not seeing things incorrectly, folks. You do not need glasses. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on first down. And he'll at least get this to register as inside the 20 on the stat sheet, as this is down at the 19-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's got it over the middle. Still going inside the 35. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Brown on to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. Oh, this big guy is moving. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a one-score game. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. On is Katie York for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing here. And he's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That's complete to Wilson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to the air, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throw. It's complete! Oh my, they left him wide open downfield. Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. So the celebration can resume on that sideline. The touchdown stands. Brown adds the PAT. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. Now Brown on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give right side to Wilson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Working quickly here. They'll go right back to Wilson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Milton Williams making the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Wilson again. Broke through the tackle. And he'll get it up to the 44. That one gains 7. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Play action on 1st down. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the set. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. McCarthy to throw for it. He finds it beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 2-score game early. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Caught near the goal line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Pierce goes up and over for the touchdown. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Brown now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Brown on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Complete here to Bowers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. Pass play on first and 10. That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Caught by the open man. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Wilson can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And he gets in. Touchdown. The 49ers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. York now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers get it back to a 14-point game. On now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun handoff to Pierce. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by Rook Orororo. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's going to push one deep down the right. Nearly nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. McCarthy to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. They're going for this. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They've got first down from the 31. Running right with Wilson. He finds space into the red zone. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. First and goal a little bit tougher here. Goal to go, they're passing. Has it in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So a crazy first half has finally reached the 2-minute warning. And it's the 49ers, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. Dropping back to throw. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're left with 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. They go play action here. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 1-score game before halftime. York now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's McCarthy to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On third and long, it's McCarthy. Chased out to his right. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, first and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
From the gun, here's Pierce. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. McCarthy throwing here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with third and long. Back to the air, McCarthy. Forced out to his right. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Zerline puts it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so first and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Looking to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Colson Adebo's got it. And the Seahawks are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half.
Seahawks 31, 49ers 21.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. Here's McCarthy, first and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
McCarthy throwing on third down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
McCarthy throwing on fourth down. Throw is caught by the back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the fourth down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another fourth down.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got second and 15. made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Now McCarthy. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. McCarthy to throw for it. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
50% hit rate on fourth down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers start the second half with some needed points. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. York now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Pierce. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Working quickly here.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Man in motion, headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On play action now, McCarthy. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there, partner. Maybe because he threw it on the run?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the case, Kate. You know, you get set in the pocket. This game is fast anyway. Things are flying, but once you get on the run, it is a whole nother speed and really becomes advantage defense as they take it away.
Offense up to the line fast. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Jabril Peppers bringing that one to an end. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on third down. Motioning the tight end now. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This our last play of the quarter. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. McCarthy looking to throw. Gets this one to Pierce. He's got it in the red zone. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks make it a 9-point advantage. Brown now for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. Just his second missed extra point of this season. And they failed to tack one onto that touchdown. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun. Oh no, they get him yet again! Jack Campbell with the INT. Well, he's had the kind of scoring day you love to see out of him. 3 touchdowns in the book so far, but now 3 interceptions thrown as well. Gotta do without those.
Yeah, you do. The aggressiveness has helped him find the end zone several times, but it's also led him to find defenders several times as well. You got to figure this out. It's a quarterback teeter-totter. How to dial the mistakes back while keeping that aggressive mindset as well.
Pierce up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Wilson's got it. They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. Second down. Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe, maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Finds him over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Seahawks will try to kick as they send the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Zerline puts it through. And that grows their lead to 12.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
That one's caught along the left sideline. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Throwing it again here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The 49ers now within one score in the fourth. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers trim the deficit down to 5. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. Oh, the 49ers are saying they have it. It looks like they do. Still more than a field goal game. They were going to get to this point sometime, and they decide that's the moment and deliver with the onside kick.
The hard part's over, right? That's what the numbers tell you. That getting an onside kick a whole lot tougher than going down and scoring a touchdown. Still, they got to execute, stay calm, and work their way down the field.
He's smartly won't risk something here. Just chucks it away.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. And they pick him off again. Colson-Adebo's got it. And the Seahawks get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Handoff, headed left, Pierce. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
And he's brought down for a loss. Now, before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. They did it! He made the interception! Cooper to Jean in to pick it up. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between the...
Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Colson-Adebo's got it. And the Seahawks take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Slot receiver headed left. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. And he gets this forward to the 19.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This a 48-yard look for him. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Setting up to pass. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline and caught by Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
He'll look to throw it. Connecting on the slant. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down. He'll throw it yet again. Throwing this back in the end zone. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing now. Cut out left. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win it home. And there was no